And we get another Wednesday night with complete action. We got the NXT and AEW review tonight. And starting it off, we're going to start with NXT. And from the beginning, it's an Impact. We get Keith Lee relinquishing the North American title. So, he stood by, for him providing opportunities. It's just going to feel too much if he has both the titles of it in NXT. So, he relinquishes it, for there to be more opportunities. And I feel like that was stupid. I feel like, Keith Lee's the type of person, who works all the way up, gets his chance and opportunity, takes it, wins, and, he's a fighting champ. Not someone who's just going to, give it away and let there be more opportunity. So in my opinion, it was absolutely stupid. Point of view of his character, they could have done so much more with it, especially, we saw Keith Lee, looks like he was going to feud next with, Karrion Kross. What can I say? I feel like this was really dumb on, part of WWE's for relinquishing both. Like, what was the point of actually then giving him both the titles if he wasn't even going to have it for more than a week? But other than that, we get our first match tonight. It's Dexter Lumis taking on Killian Dane, and Dexter Lumis was pulling out some great moves in this match. It was a pretty good back and forth, but Dexter Lumis with his, weirdness gets the win. He makes Killian submit. Then we get Breezango taking on Everrise. Everrise been in the business for like 15, 20 years. A lot of people may not know him. But we get Breezango and they came out, wearing Canadian traditional clothing, them talking about the national, animal, the beaver, and all that. Breezango gets an easy win. Pretty good to see, Breezango, even though they have some comedy, they still look, on par of becoming the NXT champions. So I really like that. Then we get Aaliyah taking on Shanti Blackheart. That was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed it. Shanti wins, and after she gets a little tank, runs over the Robert Snow brand owner, Robert Snow. And then, I don't know, Mercedes Martinez comes out, thumps her, pushes her off, hits her away. She's really angry. She walks back in the, locker room. And then we get, later on that night, they actually unveil, Mercedes wants Robert Snow and, Aaliyah to be on, her side. And if anything was to happen and all that, she knows that they got their back. But she said, if you get in my way, then, you guys are going to pay. But Robert Snow was really happy about that. So that's officially a new member in that brand. We also get Johnny Gargano taking on Roderick Strong, taking on Bronson Reed. And this was a triple threat match to, whoever wins this match will get a place in a ladder match for the North American title, which Keith Lee relinquished. There's 6 spots, and they're all gonna do like different types of matches. This was a triple threat for it, and it was a really great match. We had Johnny Gargano acting like such a heel, trying to work with Roderick Strong, but that doesn't work. He was trying to tell Bronson Reed to get away from him and all that. Just just some heel antics, but good match all in all. And we get Bronson Reed getting the win. Now, honestly, I thought Johnny Gargano was gonna get the win. Didn't know. I wasn't really looking forward to Bronson Reed or Roderick Strong getting the win. But I really thought Johnny Gargano was going to get the win. I knew Roderick wasn't because Dexter Lumis and all of that. There's something with those guys going to happen. So, yeah. Bronson Reed still new, up and comer, but just really thought Johnny was going to get the win here, which he should have gotten. But what can you do? Reed gets the win. He's through. Then we get Ollie Larkin taking on Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher wins, good match. It was just pound-to-pound match. Pretty cool to see. Then we get our main event, Karrion Kross taking on Dijakovic. It it was a very decent match. You know, you've seen Dijakovic. He's actually improved so much in this past year. Um, but yeah, it was a really great match. You know, Cross looked strong. You know, he just looked evil. Absolutely loved it. Cross gets the win, which he deserved, and then he is looking over to Keith Lee. Now, that's finished. Onto AEW, which was another show which had a lot of, great entertainment, great matches, not a lot of promos in this show as well, but it was pretty good. So we get first Cody Rhodes taking on a debuting Eddie Kingston for the TNT Championship in a no disqualification match. It was a pretty good match. Eddie looked strong, but Cody goes through thumbtacks during the match as well. However, Cody was too strong. He retains, with a figure 4. Then after that, we got MJF taking on a jobber called Jeff Garrison. And absolutely love this, Jeff, he was absolutely taking the piss out of MJF, saying, how good you are, you still lost, last time. MJF gets really upset, absolutely slaughters him, makes him say, he's undefeated. When Jeff says that, he just Jeff actually kind of hits him with the microphone in his head, tries to get something back. However, MJF out-muscles him, out-wrestles him, gets the win. And MJF just looking like a badass heel, and absolutely love that. What I've said this, day in day out, best heel out there in wrestling. So it was pretty cool to see. Next, we get Taz coming out with Brian Cage saying how he threw, the towel. That was because he wanted to keep Brian Cage, still good, still healthy. He didn't want anything wrong with him. Saying that it'll never happen again, that he'll throw in the towel. Brian Cage is too powerful for anyone. That's why he's the FTW champion. Then Darby Allin comes out, but he gets attacked by Ricky Martinez, and and then they take out Darby. Then Moxley comes out of nowhere with a baseball bat with barbed wire around it. Taz and all that go backstage, and that's it. Then we get a Falls Count Anywhere match. The Butcher and the Blade taking on Young Bucks. Loved it. It started off in the kitchen with Butcher and Blade, with knives and all that, cutting meat and stuff. Absolutely funny. But yeah, it was honestly a great match. Loved it. There was high spots. Especially Blade. He missed a table spot. It looked painful. Loved it. Young Bucks get the win. Well deserved. After this, you'll see inevitably the Young Bucks taking on FTR. Then we get women's singles match. Diamante taking on Ivelisse, and these two girls have together 20 years of experience, at least 10 years each for each girl. Great match. Absolutely loved it. They're in their mid-30s, but they're still killing it. We get Diamante winning with a quick roll up. It was a good match to see. They're still gonna feud, so I loved it. Next up, we get Hangman Page taking on number 5 from the Dark Order. Good match, quick. Hangman Page defeats 5, but all these other minions come out. Brody Lee comes out. He says to Hangman, why don't you join us? Hangman goes, no. Then, he calls out all the minions to come out and to take out Hangman. However, FTR come out with, a slab of beer, hits everyone across the head with it. They take him out, and we have that. Hangman gets, Hangman shakes their hand. He's, happy with that. Then we have a main event. Jericho and Hager taking on Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. Good match, Absolutely love, how Chris Jericho just yells throughout the match, says you guys are stupid. Just, he was talking about his $7,000 white coat, which is now orange. How upset he was. But yeah, we get that, and Jericho and Hager win. Then we get the best friends and Orange Cassidy coming out, trying to take him out. Then we get Ortiz and Santana coming out with a masked person, and the masked person reveals himself to be Sammy Guevara. absolutely love Sammy Guevara. He's probably one of my favorite, wrestlers right now in both WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, wherever it may be. He's one of my favorite. Absolutely loved his comeback. Jericho was so happy. He was laughing. He was smiling. He was grabbing him. I love to see stuff like this. What Jericho has done in AEW. If we can be honest, if Jericho was not in WWE, if he wasn't in AEW, AEW wouldn't be half as good. Because Jericho and the Inner Circle, what they've done, they've absolutely put comedy, resistance, they put hard work, they put everything all in that one group, and it just pays off. Anything that Jericho touch is gold. And Jericho is 40 something. He's probably coming to the end of his career. We have to really appreciate what he's doing, and literally just keep an eye out for what he does, and just drink it in, man, because honestly there's not much left of Chris Jericho, especially in AEW. Don't know if he'll ever return to WWE, but just what a legend he is. He's literally this past 5 years, Jericho solidified himself as one of the the top wrestlers ever, just because of his work ethic and what he can do on the mic and how he wrestles. So that's great. And like I said, people with like Hager, Santana, and Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, those guys just exuberate heel off them, and they're funny as well, which they can back up whatever they do. And also AEW is making them look strong. So absolutely love it. So that's a wrap for the Wednesday Night War. Thanks everyone. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Deuce.